Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Outgrow's Marketer of the Month. I'm your host, Michael A. Olson. And for this month, we're going to interview Alanna Brannigan, who's a copyright and SEO, search engine optimization specialist at Harvest Moon Marketing. Thanks for joining us, Alanna. So, Alanna, we're going to start with a rapid fire round just to break the ice. You get 3 passes. In case you don't want to answer the question, you can just say pass. And here we go with a rapid fire. Now, Alanna, what item do you feel is worth spending more money on?
Some good coffee.
Okay. What's the one thing you regret spending money on?
That's a tough one. Pass.
Okay. What movie do you enjoy quoting the most?
All the tough ones this morning. I think I'm going to have to pass again.
Okay. Now, here's a cute one. If you could be transformed into one animal, which one would you choose?
I have to say a dolphin. I like to spend time in the water.
Well, what's your favorite Disney character?
Ariel. So along the same kind of vein there.
Okay, indeed. Now, what are you most looking forward to?
Most looking forward to. I'm looking forward to summer. There's a lot of fun things coming up.
Okay. And, well, maybe related, what is one thing you wish you enjoyed more?
Pass.
Okay. What never fails to make you laugh?
Do I get one more pass?
Okay. All right. Well, how about this? Let's say we have your 12-year-old self here. Your 12-year-old self, would she think that you were cool?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Would you ever skydive?
I already have.
Okay. And it hasn't frightened you to never do it again?
I think once is enough.
Okay. And a final rapid fire question. Have you ever walked out of a movie theater mid-show?
No. As a Canadian, I think I'm too nice to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for all those rapid fire answers. And now let's get to some substance here along the lines of your specialty, which, as we've mentioned, is copywriting and SEO. Now, Alanna, let me ask you to compare copywriting with digital marketing for us in terms of how easy it is to get started in those respective fields and in terms of earning potential that they deliver.
Sure. So I believe copywriting is the backbone of digital marketing. It features in all different marketing channels and, it can help you persuade, excite, build a bond with an audience. But more than that, we use it to drive a desired action. So signing up for an email, purchasing a product, or inspiring somebody to get in touch with you. However, it's also a notoriously undervalued skill. So when you mention earning potential, yes, I think there's tremendous earning potential, but it also requires you to stick to your guns and not accept anything less than what you're worth. And I think that this can be quite difficult sometimes when somebody's entering the field.
Okay. Well, you say it's undervalued. Some might say that it's undervalued because sheer text or words are out of fashion in favor of, say, video. What would you say to that?
I think, yeah, again, it's the backbone of digital marketing. There's always going to be a place, a time and a place to have copywriting. Video will never fully replace the written word.
Okay. Even in the multiverse, or maybe you don't believe in that.
I'm not there yet, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, in your experience, is it better to focus on one specific area of competence, such as copywriting, or to go for a wide niche, which includes that, such as, of course, digital marketing or indeed SEO? Focusing versus going wide.
Sure. I am personally of the mind that it's better to niche down and become an absolute expert in your fields. However, there are some fields that go hand in hand, such as copywriting and SEO. As you know, there's so much competition out there in the world of digital marketing. So I believe if your mission is too broad, you're going to be lost in the noise of it all. However, niching down, um, It can also help you reach more customers, pave the way to become an industry leader. But more than that, I've seen a lot of my peers become burnt out when they're trying to spread themselves too thin. So I think it can be more fulfilling to offer a service that you already know delivers impactful results.
Uh-huh. So I hear a definite a focus, and with the side benefit of keeping one in the game longer, avoiding burnout.
That's right. And I mean, we all want to please our clients, get them the absolute best results that we can get them. So I think when you focus, that becomes a lot easier to do.
Okay. Although the fear always is that, oh, they're not picking me because I'm too narrow. I should promise to be all things to all men to just get some contracts.
I think in that case, you can always partner with other specialists and go that route as well. But it doesn't mean, you know, I don't believe that everybody can do everything. And therefore, maybe it's better to sub it out to somebody that is a specialist.
Okay, interesting. Because if I might say, we got word in terms of the broader activity SEO that among others you've achieved a singular success with I understand it was a travel website, and you helped them actually
Mhm.
boosting their traffic by thousands of percentage a year. Can you tell us more about what that was all about?
Sure. So this is a success I'm really proud of. The Great Ocean Road region is a tourism area in Victoria, Australia. This website was created to promote the area. And when they came to me, they were writing a lot of articles, but they weren't generating any traffic from them yet. So, with all new clients, the first step was creating a comprehensive SEO audit of the site. This step is really crucial. It helps to uncover any root causes which might be impacting why the site's not ranking, and so we can uncover, all areas of the site, so there are no surprises down the line. With this project, we took a holistic approach that we looked at on page, off page, and technical SEO of the site. But really, what skyrocketed the traffic was the SEO content that we created. So we created a content calendar and became more intentional about what was posted and how each page interacted with one another.
And and you're talking we here. You have other employees to work along with you,
So I do have some partnerships, but this was with me and the website that I was working with.
right? Okay. Oh, working together with the customer then, in that sense, in this case,
With the client.
with the client, the Great Ocean Region website from Victoria, Australia. You say?
Yeah.
And and again, you just said a key item of performance for them was an SEO audit. Now that I've never heard of that, but what's that all about?
So an SEO audit is, diving deep into the website at the beginning of the project. So, we look at all the factors which might impact how they're ranking, why they're not ranking currently, and what we can do to make them rank.
Okay. And again, this was a customer from Victoria, Australia, and you're Canadian. How did you pick up this gig in the first place?
So I've been really lucky throughout the years is that the majority of my clients have come through referrals or through freelancing platforms.
Right. And the label I got from you was in particular working with Upwork. Is that just one of many, or one of your main fora for trying to get jobs?
So, yep, Upwork is the one freelancing platform that I work with. I actually joined, I think, about 8 years ago when I was in university, and yeah, it's continued, to put me in touch with people that I've been able to help them increase their organic traffic.
Okay, and not that they're our sponsor or anything, but I'm hearing an endorsement of the value of Upwork for freelancers like yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a really great place to start. As you do grow, though, I think there are more opportunities outside of the platform. But I think if you're just getting started, it's a really great place to put yourself out there.
Definitely. And now you have that foothold in Victoria, Australia. Do you have any thoughts about extending through referrals and that sort of thing to broaden your presence in Australia that way?
I mean, I haven't totally thought about that yet. I'm happy to help clients wherever they are. I think this was a really interesting, great project, but now I like to focus more on service based businesses, more local service based businesses.
Okay, and again, we didn't deal with that aspect. Local, that's Canadian or maybe just one province.
So, when I refer to local service based businesses, I am referring to, maybe a Toronto lawyer or a Melbourne HVAC specialist, something of this nature.
Again, we're talking local, and you're talking about Toronto based. But then I noted that you just got in a new Victoria, Australia client, thousands of miles away. So why so much local? Does it really matter? Shouldn't the quality of work and your ease in doing it be the same no matter what location?
I mean, that's true. It is the same. The ease of doing it is the same. It is the same. Yeah, yeah, I'm still here. I suppose it's just you can get more rapid results when you are going more local versus when you're creating content, for example, say nationwide content, then really more local content. You can get results much quicker in my experience.
Okay, it wouldn't be that also because occasionally clients really insist on a face to face meeting.
No, no, I think with the rise of remote work, uh, I've never really had too many clients requesting a face-to-face meeting.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot what year we're in. We're 2 years after the pandemic. Why am I even saying that? But it just occurred to me. So okay, quite logical. I, if I may, I'd like to focus on the aspect of blogging content and what you can tell us about how blogging can assist in boosting search results.
Sure. So Google Google looks at your site as a whole when determining whether or not to rank you on the first page. So when you begin to blog, you're not only driving traffic to your site, but you're also becoming an authority in your niche, which in turn makes it easier for you to rank for your money pages. So the most effective way to do this would be to write in topic clusters. This means creating content that's centered around a related topic. So rather than jumping from topic to topic, this strategy would answer all the questions users may have about a specific subject area in your industry niche. So, for example, I have a client who's a law firm that wants to rank for will and estate planning. So, to push this page up, we answer all the questions in the blog section of the site related to that. So, what is estate planning? What is a holographic will? What happens if you die without a will? How do you contest a will? And so on and so forth.
Right. Okay. Estate planning example. Wouldn't you also agree that another key to that is blogging as frequently as possible?
I don't think that it would be to blog as frequently as possible. I think that you need to be really intentional about why and how you're blogging.
Okay. Does that mean that maybe not frequently, but at a schedule that readers can count on, can predict?
Yeah, I think it's always helpful to blog, but again, we need to make sure that we are doing it intentionally. So, do we have a keyword? Is it around a topic cluster? Um, is it meeting best practices? Because if we are blogging with the intention to rank online, we need to be doing it in such a way that it's SEO friendly. I if it's not to rank on Google, then that's a different story about frequency and what you're writing, word count, things like this. But if it's to dominate in search, then yeah, we need to be intentional about it.
And right, if I can focus in on that intentional blogging intentionally, it sounds to me that's maybe what you're saying is, not just phoning it in, not being a phony, but actually writing what you mean and meaning it as you blog.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, in the same line, are there any other pointers you could provide our audience for a successful content writing strategy in SEO terms?
Sure. So everything starts with keyword research. Once you have a keyword that you've decided you'd like to rank for, then you need to figure out what Google deems worthy of ranking on the first page for that given keyword, not necessarily what you think should be on the first page of Google. This is a big thing to consider. So, in order to do this, you need to examine the top search results for your keyword. Once you start looking at this, you'll begin to see that there's a lot of similarities between the top page results. So, for example, are all the top results e-commerce listings? In that case, if you write an opinion piece, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to rank for that keyword. The same goes for word count. You want to make sure you're mirroring the approximate word count for the top search results. Fortunately, there are a lot of tools out there today which can automatically compile this information for you. One of them that I would really recommend is Surfer SEO.
Surfer SEO, okay.
Mhm.
And again, that's a tool among other things to find out word count, to find out the recommended length for SEO optimization of your blog entries.
Yep. So it will tell you, it will analyze all the top results. It will tell you how many words it would recommend how many words you should write for a given keyword. Also LSI keywords, how many times you should be integrating them, how many headings you should have, how many images you should have. So if you're new to SEO and you have a keyword that you want to rank for, I think it's a really helpful tool to give you kind of the clarity that maybe you don't have the expertise to find on your own.
I'm sorry, you mentioned just now LSI keywords. What are those? What does that mean?
LSI keywords, it's one of those words, latent semantic indexing keywords. So they're kind of secondary keyword that you should have integrated throughout your copy. So, you've got the main keyword or your main phrase, and these are other keywords that are associated with the main keyword.
Okay, in which you by your lonesome would not be likely to think up by yourself, but you use these tools to become aware of them.
That's right.
Okay. Well, that's the thing about SEO I wanted to ask because many think it's like a Red Queen race, like in Alice in Wonderland, where you run, run, run to stay in just in the same place, mainly because of how everything changes all the time. It's like a battle of wits. How do you keep track of that? How do you, keep track of that to continue to deliver tip top services to your SEO customers?
How do I stay competitive? Is this what
Right.
you
Well,
mean?
how do you
On top
keep
of
track of
the
the ever changing nature of SEO, as Google itself, by definition, changes it all the time to try to get rid of the pesky people that have somehow figured it out temporarily, etc. Right.
Sure. I think definitely, there's all sorts of resources that you stay on top of so you can, when there's any sort of algorithm or core updates, but also just making sure that you are trying to create the best content possible, creating the best website possible, the best user experience possible, um, always using white hat tactics, never doing shady, spammy things because if you find, a sort of loophole when it comes to SEO, that might temporarily help you rank, but in the long term, it's never going to help you rank. So it's always better to just try to create the best experience for on your website.
From what you said, I get the impression that the customer itself just needs to just produce the best content that they can with not having to deflect too much for SEO considerations, and just leave them to specialists like yourself who can take care of them and always in an honest way.
I mean, I think definitely the client should partner to create the content because, um, as I've just said, we've got to make sure that they have the right keywords. Maybe they don't always know how to find the right keywords um, that are actually going to rank for their website. There's a lot of things to consider, things like the authority of the website. There's over 200 ranking factors that Google takes into consideration. So, yeah, partnering with somebody that will always use white hat tactics is the best way forward.
Definitely. And no, you just said 200 considerations. That's quite a lot to keep track of. You need the specialist for that for sure. Another question: the if you're familiar with the term marketing technologists,
Yep.
and just comparing definitions here, is it reasonable to assume that a marketer who's mastered automation and has stitched together different tools and APIs that would qualify in your eyes as a marketing technologist?
Good question. Technology, is central to digital marketing. So I think this emergence of marketing technologists is no surprise here. Um, in my eyes, marketing technologists should focus on automation to efficiently manage the overlap between technology and marketing. However, in order for them to be successful, they need to look at their role in regards to opportunities and challenges which lay at the heart of this integration. So they're automating with purpose. Everything, I believe, even when it comes to automation, should be looked at through the lens of how it's going to help your clients achieve their ultimate goals.
And just that term marketing technologist, how it relates to what you do, is that what you would call yourself, or is that rather someone you would team up with as the demand might be, or as the need might be?
I think this term marketing technologist, it can apply to anybody that there's a overlap between technology and marketing. So sure, it could apply to an SEO specialist as well because we use a lot of technology when it comes to performing activities for our clients.
Okay. So again, it's what I'm hearing. It's a label that you might think of applying to yourself. You haven't done so lately, but it may be in the future.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, a possible new niche to explore. Okay, well, that pretty much exhausts the topics that I have to discuss today. And so, again, this was Alanna Brannigan, copywriting and SEO specialist working for Harvest Moon Marketing. And thank you so much for visiting us today for this podcast, and hope you had fun.
Thanks so much.